Allen scenario, what we could do if Josh Allen somehow falls to number 5, which is the Buccaneers pick, or if we would actually trade up to get Josh Allen. Okay, here's a little scenario for you guys. So with the first overall pick, the Cardinals would either take Nick Bosa or Quinn Williams. 49ers would take Quinn Williams or Nick Bosa. They just would have to select either Ed Oliver, or they would trade that pick to a team behind the Lions that are QB hungry. And I've also heard reports that the Jets are interested in Ed Oliver. The Raiders would have to select either Kyler Murray, some type of quarterback, or maybe even T.J. Hawkinson. I think that's actually a real possibility. And at number 5, the Buck is where Josh Allen would have fallen to. And at this point, the Lions are considering whether or not they would want to even go trade up, or if they would want to stay back at number 8 and just, you know, see what happens. But the thing is, if they do really, really want Josh Allen, they have to trade the Buccaneers. Because the Giants, you can see here that they want the best player available or quarterback. And if Josh Allen is at number 6, I am confident that Dave Gettleman will try and get him. Because he's not, I don't think Gettleman's like, Dave Gettleman, he's all about best player available. And Josh Allen fills a need and will definitely be best player available at number 6. So in that case, the Lions have to decide if they think it's worth trading him to get Josh Allen to number 5. So one way I think what we could do is give the Buccaneers our second overall pick, our first overall pick, which is at 8th overall, and our second round pick. For the Buccaneers, 5th overall pick, their 4th rounder, and their 5th rounder. And you can see down below their point scores that we would have about 67 more points, giving up 67 more points than the Buccaneers. This is probably the most realistic trade scenario, and the reason I do not like it is because we are losing a very valuable pick. And I would be very it would be kind of like we'd be scrapping, trying to fill in needs like at right guard and at linebacker and at outside corner if we did that. But I think Josh Allen, is he worth it? Is he worth giving up that second round pick, which we could use for like a need, or to like get someone like Taylor Rapp, Jalen Ferguson, someone like that? Is the question that we have to ask ourselves, like, or try to find the answer to. And to me, would they actually accept that? Do they want Josh Allen themselves? Like in the previous slide, I could have shown you. Let's see. At the Buccaneers, they want a linebacker, a defensive back, and they also really want to trade back. And if they trade back with us, they can still get Devin White, which is their linebacker, and they can still get their cornerback, which could be Byron Murphy or maybe even DeAndre Baker, and they get that trade back that they want. So if that were to happen, I think they would accept it, and I think we would lose a second round pick, which might be a little too much. Here's like kind of a hopeful situation if we were to trade up with the Buccaneers, is that we would trade them just our 3rd and our 4th round pick, but I think it's kind of unlikely because we're trading up to get one of the best edge rushers that I've seen in the last few years, and it would fit our scheme very nicely. And that would be that's kind of like a little in return. And so in that case, I would say if Josh Allen is available at pick number 5, you'd throw this one in there. I would do it. I think Bob Glenn should do that. And if the Buccaneers accept it, amazing. If they don't, then they might just want to like hold off. This trade scenario is kind of like it involves 2 teams. I think I was getting a little like creative here, trying to see what we could do so we didn't really lose that many picks. And one thing I thought of was that we trade our 43rd overall pick, which is our second rounder, for the Patriots' second rounder and their really early 3rd rounder. And you see the point totals right there is that the Patriots would be trading up with us, and the point totals, that's pretty much in the range where you want to see for that kind of stuff. And so in that case, it would be in our favor. And so we'd be able to trade with the Buccaneers and give them a second rounder. As I will show you right here, is that we would trade the Buccaneers, our second round pick, our 64th overall pick, and our 5th round pick to get the Buccaneers' 5th overall pick. So in that case, we would have the 5th overall pick, the 73rd overall pick, the 88th overall pick, and our 4th rounder, which is 111. And in that case, I think that's pretty good, if you ask me, because we're trading up, but we're not really losing that much. 73 in this draft is still a second round pick. And this is what I would, and this would be my favorite situation, to go up and get Josh Allen, because we're not losing that many picks. I mean, we're losing a fifth and a sixth, but those really don't matter as much. And you'd be able to get your star defensive end, edge rusher. And if I were the GM, I'd want to do this. I get Josh Allen at 5. I get Shaquan Williams at 73 to really upgrade that secondary. Khalil Hodge at 88. That defense, if we were to do that, oh my God, that would be, our defense would be the best. Would be the best defense next year. Definitely a top 5, maybe a top 2, maybe the best. I have no idea. And at like in the 4th round, I would go Ben Schwall. I think we really got to upgrade that O line. And if we don't if you don't get an offensive lineman in the 2nd round or the 1st round, I would try to ignore it in the 3rd round, because you're not going to get that really a 3rd round value kind of player. And you could definitely go different ways, which I did. I went with Khalil Hodge. And I think you wait for the 4th round for Abu Benchwall, because he's a really good. I really like him a lot. I watched some film on him, and I was really impressed. Or you can go Nate Davis. There's maybe a Connor McGovern, maybe Drew Samia if he's there. And but there's a lot of options in the 4th round for in the guard position. And if this were to happen, we're upgrading a bunch of needs besides tight end, but I think we addressed that with Jesse James. We're solidifying that offensive line, and we're becoming a top defensive unit in the league. And I think that's really amazing if we were able to pull this off. I mean, just looking at those names and that potential, that's an A+ draft. That's an A+ draft right there. And honestly, the best case scenario that we could do in this draft. And if Bob Quinn can pull that off, I would do it. But that would require the Patriots to want to trade up, and that would require them to do it before day 2, which might be a little tricky. But if they think that player will be available at 43, then I think they'd do it. Okay, guys, that's the end of the video. This was kind of like a fan thing, and I just kind of like, I don't know, I just thought of it, and I thought it'd be a good video, and I've wanted to do something about Josh Allen for a long time, because I really love him. He's a really good edge rusher, and I really love it if Lions got him. And also, shout out to Lucci's Field Review, Micro Mike, The Gridiron Blitz, Noble Sports Entertainment, and 313 JMO, Troxel Sports Talk, #TSD, and Everything King. They are really amazing YouTubers for the Detroit Sports Alliance, and you should definitely subscribe to them if you haven't already. Okay, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys have a good time. Okay, peace.